What's the most controversial thing your boyfriend has ever done? I met Matt during my sophomore year of college. He was that guy everyone liked. Charming smile, always remembered your coffee order, and somehow managed to make even my overprotective father laugh within minutes of meeting him. By our third date, my roommates were already planning our wedding. 6 months into our relationship, everything seemed perfect. He'd surprise me with little gifts, text me good morning every day, and always seemed to know exactly when I needed a shoulder to lean on. Looking back, the signs were there. I just didn't want to see them. It started with small coincidences. He'd show up at the campus coffee shop right when my study group ended. "Just had a feeling you'd be here," he'd say with that smile. Or he'd text asking if I was enjoying my lunch at the new Thai place, the same restaurant I'd spontaneously decided to try with my sister. One night around 3 a.m., my phone buzzed with a desperate text from my sister. She was stranded at a party after her ride bailed, needing someone to pick her up. Matt was sleeping over, and I quietly got up, trying not to wake him as I searched for my keys. After 10 minutes of frantic looking, I couldn't find them anywhere. Matt groaned from the bed, his voice thick with sleep. "Just use the Find My Keys app." I stopped cold. "I don't have that app." His face changed in the dim light. "Oh, right." He sat up, suddenly wide awake, and confessed he'd attached a small tracker to my keychain for my safety. He showed me the app on his phone, a little blue dot showing exactly where my keys were, in his jacket pocket where he'd moved them earlier. When I confronted him, demanding to know why, his response wasn't an apology. It was a phone call to my father. I stood in shock as my dad actually took his side. "He's just looking out for you, honey. The world is dangerous for young women. You should be grateful someone cares enough to make sure you're safe." But it wasn't just the keys. Over the next week, I discovered more. The Find My Friends app mysteriously activated on my phone. My social media passwords somehow changed, and Matt always seemed to know where I was. Then my roommate pulled me aside, visibly uncomfortable. "I didn't want to cause problems," she whispered, "but I've seen Matt in our apartment when you're in class. He uses a key. I thought you knew." I never gave him a key. When I checked my key ring that night, I realized my spare key was missing from its hiding place in my desk. That same night, I found a small notebook tucked in his backpack while he was showering. Detailed logs of my schedule, friends' names, and places I frequented, all meticulously documented. When I broke up with him, the backlash was immediate. My friends thought I was overreacting. "He just loves you so much," they said. Matt didn't take it well. The texts started, dozens, then hundreds. He'd show up wherever I was, claiming it was just coincidence. Campus security got involved after he was found waiting outside my 8 a.m. class, a class he didn't even take. I transferred schools the following semester, started fresh in a city where nobody knew me. 2 years later, I got a call from a detective in my hometown. They'd found Matt's apartment filled with surveillance equipment. 5 women's photos covered his walls, their daily routines mapped out in excruciating detail. He had copies of their keys, access to their accounts, and plans written out for what he called permanent relationships with each of them. I was in that apartment too, my pictures, my schedule. But unlike the others, my section was crossed out in angry red marker labeled failed. The detective told me I was lucky. The other women weren't. 2 were missing.